Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower people to live a healthier lifestyle. I am Anna. I am the host. I come to you as a retired school teacher, an author, an educational consultant, a jury consultant, a health consultant, a certified cake instructor. So I bring to you a wealth of knowledge and experience to our conversation. Each episode, we dive into topics that will enrich our lives, from educational and personal development to health wellness to the art of jury. Join me as we explore inspiring stories and personal development and expert insights and practical advice to help you live a blessed and fulfilling life. I want to thank you again for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, where every conversation that we have is a treasure. So, this evening, I'm going to do some things just a little bit different. I'm going to break now. But this evening, we're going to talk about breast cancer. It's very important. This is Breast Awareness Month. So we're going to break a little bit for a commercial, and then I'll be right back.
Does this resonate with you? Has a company ripped you off in the past? SettleShark is changing how consumers get money back from companies. SettleShark assists consumers during the entire process, from beginning to end. Our process is simple, convenient, affordable, and powerful. You're in control. We are here to help you. Contact us today at www.settleshark.com or call 1-888-704-0708.
Good evening and welcome back to the Sweet Blessings Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. And this evening I am talking about Think Pink. Think Pink. Empowering breast cancer awareness and prevention. So Breast Cancer Awareness Month is observed, I can't even talk this evening, y'all, annually in October, and is dedicated to increasing awareness, education, and support for those affected by breast cancer. So this evening, I am going to try to give you an overview of the month, of this whole month, how it is recognized, and the way people can get involved with it. So, before I begin and bring up my presentation, I always like to tell people a little bit about myself. I do go live on Instagram. This is my Instagram, as well as I do go live on my Facebook. I have a long Facebook account now, so I'm trying to. This is my Facebook account. It is so long, y'all, but I do go live on that as well during the week, and I do my jury on those things. But my podcast is broadcast on all of these avenues, that platforms that you see at the bottom of my podcast there. So if you get a chance, please, please, please go and share, like, follow, subscribe to all of my social media platforms as well. It would be greatly appreciated if you did that. If you have any questions or anything, you can always reach out to me at my email. This is my email here. Maybe you might be interested in be advertising on my program. If you are, this is the information for that. So I'm always looking for people, and some people don't even know that they can advertise on the program. I have commercial slots, as well as if you're interested in being a guest, you can contact me at listine1@gmail.com or CTR Media Network / Sweet Blessings as well. Okay. So I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint now. Um, excuse me. So that we can begin. And we're going to think pink empowering breast cancer awareness and prevention for this for the month of October. So I'm going to start off with giving you a little brief history of breast cancer and the movement and how it kind of came about. And it's really amazing because it was founded in 1985. I look at that because, really and truly, I didn't know that. But that was the year that my daughter was born as well. And to me, that's kind of young. That's before them to become, for it to be acknowledged as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it was created as a collaboration between the American Cancer Society and the pharmaceutical company of AstraZeneca. I think that's the way I'm pronounced. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. Its primary goal is to educate the public about breast cancer risks, early detentions, and the importance of regular screening, such as mammograms, to improve survival rates. Overall, the movement has grown into a global effect to support research, advocate for better treatment options, and promote health equity. So that's a little brief uh, description of the history and how it came about. The pink ribbon, however, which is the symbolism for breast cancer, the pink ribbon is the official symbol of breast cancer awareness, and it was popularized by Estee Lauder and Self magazine in the early 1990s. Isn't that interesting? I found all of this research because I really thought, breast cancer awareness was something that had been around for a long, long time. But I see that as I did my research and stuff, found out that it is a fairly early um, onset movement. So let's look at the key. Well, we're going to take a commercial right now. And then we are going to come back and look at the key themes and the focus areas uh, for breast cancer awareness. Just hold on just one moment while I get this together here.
Join the She Trucking Foundation today and be a part of a supportive community of women in the trucking industry. Unlock exclusive access to valuable resources, including mentorship, educational workshops, and networking opportunities. Whether you're an experienced professional or just starting your trucking journey, She Trucking is here to empower you and help you thrive. Visit www.shetrucking.com to join us and drive your trucking career to new heights.
All right, we are back. I'm Anna. I'm the host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. And this evening we are talking about breast cancer awareness and prevention. October just happens to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's very important um, that we become very, very aware of these conditions. This is not something that you should let slide. So the first thing is awareness and education. Early detection, regular breast self exams, clinical exams, and mammograms are emphasized as crucial tools for early detection. And that's important. A lot of people don't realize that what they do. I have a mammogram every year. Every year I have a mammogram. And the reason for that is that I am cysty, which means I have little cysts in my breast. And so what people don't realize that when you get the mammogram, they have something to compare it with. And they can tell immediately when there's a difference in your screening. So it's always you need to do breast exams as well, and the clinical exams and mammograms. Get all of those things done. Now, as I just want to kind of reflect here. When I was teaching, we we had workshops where where they would train us because I taught early childhood education, and I had a parent component to my program, and so we educated our parents as well. And so they would send us to different places, and we had to have first aid and all of that. And one of the health museums that we had gone to, it was one on health and breast, and they had images of breast, really actual, not the actual breast, but and you could feel it and see what it felt like if you had cancer or the beginning of cancer. That so it's important because, and I think that everyone needs to see that as well because you just don't know. I didn't really know what it really and truly that felt like. So what the next thing is that you need to understand the risk factors. Educational campaign focus on lifestyle factors, family history, and genetic predispositions that may increase the likelihood of developing breast cancer. Is anyone in your family, did they have breast cancer? In my family, I cannot think of anyone. My grandmother, I believe, had in my immediate family, great great grandmother. No one on my mother's side, but on my no, I don't can't think of anyone that has had breast cancer. My father had lung cancer, but no one has had breast cancer. But there are preventive tips. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle through diet, exercise, and limiting alcohol can lower your risk of breast cancer. And what another thing about that exam, another little story, or um, when you don't get regular exams, or you change up your doctor, because this is what happened to my mother. Her doctor passed, and when she needed a new doctor, so I talked to my doctor. She went to my doctor, but when it was time for her to go get her mammogram, because she had not gone to the specific place where she had her mammograms, they didn't have a record, and so she was cysty just like me, and they did a biopsy just to make sure that it was not cancerous. And I've talked to several people who have had this done to them, and they said that this is very painful. So just words, just words of wisdom and things to keep your life safe. Um, Number two, support for patients and survivors. Many organizations and healthcare providers use October to offer free or discounted mammogram screenings. There are also support groups, both in person and online. They offer spaces for those diagnosed with breast cancer to connect, share experiences, and receive emotional support. That's very important as well. The third key theme and focus area is fundraising for research. And during this time, you'll see walks and runs, you events like the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, and making strides against breast cancer raises funds for breast cancer research and patient services. These events are held in cities across the world during October. There's corporate partnerships. You have companies often run fundraising campaigns, or they sell special products to raise money for breast cancer research, with a portion of the proceeds donated to cancer organizations. I don't know what it is. I can't seem to talk today. And then the last one that I um, want to talk about, the last focus area that I kind of want to talk about is advocacy. So, Breast Cancer Month also serves as a platform to advocate for better healthcare policies, increase funding for research, and greater accessibility to screening and treatment, especially in underserved um, communities. So, how do you get involved? That's the next question that I want to ask you. How do you go about getting involved? And I think that everyone should be involved, and there's numerous ways that you can become involved in that. The first thing is you can wear pink. Participate in pink days by wearing pink to show solidarity and spark conversations about breast cancer awareness. Um, I do remember we sisters we this year we did sisters walk, but in previous years my sorority we did bras to bagels, which we held at a facility. It was an event, and what we did was we had speakers come in, um, cancer survivors would come in and speak, and then we would have the department store that we were in would we would model. It would be a fashion show, and we would model, um, bras and girdles under your garments, as under your garments now, out in the open, to show the proper garments to wear for doing the breast cancer event that we had. So there's a lots and lots of things that are going on that you can become involved in. There's a lot of fundraising and donation. You can support breast cancer research by donating to reputable organizations such as the Susan G. Komen Foundation, also the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, BCRF. You can also donate to them. And then you can also host or attend events. Get involved with local awareness events like walks, charity galas, or seminars. Many communities and businesses host activities to raise money and educate about breast cancer. It is very important that we educate. And that is why I picked uh, uh, this topic, because I thought that this was a great topic to concentrate on for the month of October. If you haven't gotten your mammogram, this might click you and make you go out and get a mammogram. I have not had my mammogram for this year, but it's scheduled for November. The way mine is set up, you have to wait a whole year before you can go again, and so in that November is where that year falls. But like I told you, I truly, truly, truly have to go every year. So we're going to take another brief commercial here, And then when I come back, we are going to talk a little bit about breast cancer statistics, okay? Because there's a lot, uh, people are not aware of what's going on here in the world. So I'll be right back. Here we go.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Oh, thank you. And what we're back. I am Anna. I am the host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. And this evening we are talking about Think Pink, empowering breast cancer awareness and prevention. And so we just finished up with how would we go about um, becoming involved with breast cancer. We don't want to wait till we get breast cancer or someone we know gets breast cancer. We want to become aware of it from the top. And so let's look at a little bit. Uh, I'm still talking about how we get involved. So and then we'll go into the just I can't say the word. We'll go into the data. Okay. So educate yourself, just like I just said, and others. You can use social media, blogs, or personal conversation to share facts about breast cancer. Volunteer. Many organizations need volunteers uh, for their events. I guess I must have misspelled that. Support groups or outreach efforts. This can be a rewarding way to give back to those affected by breast cancer. And remember what I told you, check your health. Encourage both yourself and others to get screened. Many clinics and hospitals offer free or low cost mammograms during the month of October. So, breast cancer statistics. I've always had I've always had problems with I don't know why, but I have. Did you know that 1 in 8 women in the United States will develop invasive breast cancer in her lifetime? 1 in 8. That's a whew, okay. While breast cancer, and I'm going to tell you right now, it might be higher in the women of color because women of color have a tendency, there's a high risk of fatality. I don't know whether they wait too late before or they don't do breast cancers or they don't go to the doctor. I don't know the logistics of it all. I can only tell you what I have found out in the research that I have looked at. So why breast cancer primarily affects women? Whew, guess what? Men can also develop breast cancer. Though it is far less common, they can develop breast cancer too. So everybody needs to check. Everybody needs to check their breasts. Early detection significantly increases the chance of successful treatment with 99% 5-year survival rate if the cancer is detected early and has not spread. So that's a lot. 5 years can, a lot can happen. A lot can happen in a year, but 5 years. So it's good. We all know um, that we all are going to die, but we do want to prolong our life for as long as we can. And we want to be able to live that life healthy, healthy. And when I say healthy, I don't, I mean the whole being, because that's what it's all about, the whole being. So, spiritually, emotionally, financially, um, what else can I say? I said socially, spiritually, all of those areas. It's about 5 areas that affect your life on a daily basis. When one of those areas is out of whack, then the others are out of whack as well. So it's a balance. It's a balancing of it, and we want to be able to live a healthy lifestyle. Um, and if you are, you're fortunate. Okay, that you can do that. So let's move on, and we're going to talk about organizations to follow or support. Um, the Susan, you've heard me talk about this one. The Susan G. Komen Foundation. It is one of the leading organizations in breast cancer awareness and advocacy and fundraising. It is not the only one, but it is a leading one. Check in your community or your local um, um, hospitals. Um, and then they might have an affiliate of the Susan G. Komen Foundation in your area. I know that in the Chicagoland area, that is a very prevalent, and it's a leading organization that is very advocates. In fact, I believe that they do have an organ where you can, if you have cancer, you can go and stay. There's another facility. I do believe. I think it's in. I might be wrong, but I think it's in Homewood that is for cancer, people who have cancer and survivors and stuff, and you can stay there and you get the support that you need. The second thing is the National Breast Cancer Foundation. They offer free education, resources, screening, and support programs. Look into some of these programs. They're very helpful. The American Cancer Society, it provides a wide range of resources and support for those affected by breast cancer. You know, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, look like that got cut off, but it focuses on funding the most advanced research to cure breast cancer. So that one is um, it really focuses on funding for that as well. And you yourself can support um, these organizations. You can have a fundraiser for these different organizations. I know that a couple of my friends who have had family members who have passed from cancer, what they do on their birthday, they might raise money for the American Cancer Society or the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. You can do that. I mean, every little bit helps. Believe me. So the next thing, and we're almost done, is global recognition. Even though breast cancer awareness started in 1985, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is celebrated worldwide now, with countries from the US, to the UK, Australia, and other holding awareness events and fundraisers. Iconic landmarks like the Empire State Building and the Eiffel Tower are often illuminated in pink to honor the cause. So it has become, because it has become a great um, movement, and it to become aware of it and prevent it can prolong your life. So think about that as we go to commercial. All right, we are back. I just wanted to I'm Anna. I'm the host of the Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show on podcast. And you just saw Soul Lady Wigs, which I am an affiliate of, but they are excellent wigs, especially if you're going through chemotherapy or anything like that, and you need a really nice wig. They run from moderate price to very expensive, but they are of high quality, and you will not be disappointed in those. I do wear them. I wear them a lot, not in the summer because it's a little hot, and you'll start seeing me wear them. I do wear them quite often in the winter because I have my hair. And I just want something to cover my head. And I love them. I have different styles, and you'll see me in different styles. And but it's an alternative choice for those people who possibly might be experiencing hair loss from cancer. All right. So, with that being said, I am going to give you just a little summary. First of all, I want to say thank you for attending, but I'm going to give you a brief little summary of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this episode was dedicated to empowering you with the knowledge and tools to make a difference. We explored the importance of early detection, debunked common myths, and provided practical steps for prevention. Whether you're taking action for yourself, a loved one, or your community, this episode is your guide to raising awareness and supporting the fight against breast cancer. I want to thank you again for listening to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. I always end my podcast with my 3 L's. and that is, woo, live your life. Life is short. So you want to get the most out of your life and live it to the fullest. The second thing that you want to do is to laugh. Find somewhere in your life to laugh. Laughter is good for the soul and it makes you feel better. It really does. And the third thing is to love. Remember to love with all your heart. It says you're supposed to love everyone, but the most important person that you need to love is yourself. Self love is very important. Show some kindness during the week. I'll be back next week, 7:30, with another topic. Have a great one.